Vítáme vás u dalšího dílu Back to the Street, tentokrát s pořadovým číslem 5. Hostem tohoto dílu je finský bývalý reprezentant tým Sparv, současný asistent trenéra spartanského Bčka. Pořadem vás...
Okay, welcome to the Back to the Street podcast with me, Marianov, and our guests, Team Sparv from Sparta Prague.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. We are really glad, and we have some question for you. We know that you are now assistant of coach of B-team of Sparta Prague. Petr Janoušek is the head coach, yeah?
Yeah.
And we need to know your starting, how you start with football. Everybody knows you like a former footballer, good defensive guy, like Casemiro, let's say, maybe. And how it all began with your career?
Well, I come from a small village in the western part of Finland, and I come from a very sport-crazy family. My mom was doing athletics. My dad was a footballer on a lower level. So sports came really natural into my life at an early age. And, I loved it from the start. I'm from a multi-sport background, so I was doing all kinds of things when I was younger. It was, of course, football and athletics, but also floorball, badminton, table tennis, ice hockey, skiing, for example. So I think it was just, a lot of trying, experimenting, having fun with my friends. So I think that is how I got into sports and football, through my family, through my friends, through this environment that I was in that was very fanatic about sports.
I think that it helped you with a good career that you had, who finished in a Euro 2021 and in HK Helsinki, the last team. How was it to be national team player with all the good guys, and how was it to be part of team who was like outsider in a 2000, let's say, and then you are now increasing in Finnish?
Yeah, I think for me, representing the national team was always the highlight of my career. Very proud moment every time when you wear the Finnish jersey. Of course, I played my first games when I was 14, 15 years old for the under 15 national team, and then all the way up to the first national team. It was amazing. I really liked it, and yeah, it was like the icing on the cake when we qualified for a major tournament in 2021. Because the men's national team had never done that before, so to be a part of that group, taking that step, yeah, that was historic. So for us, who was a part of that, that's something that we will never forget.
Yeah, because for example, you had a lot of good footballers, Jari Litmanen, Sami Hypia, the most legendary guys. Sami Hypia played for Liverpool and Jari Litmanen Barcelona Ajax. Did you met with them? Did you play with them?
Yeah, when I first came into the national team, they were there. So they were the leading players. They were the guys who set the culture. So it was Hypia, it was Litmanen, it was Niemi, Jääskeläinen, Tihinen, Pasanen, Tainio, all these amazing footballers who's had a fantastic career. So for me, a young guy coming in, looking at these people, seeing what they do, learning from them, that was great. That was great. So I was like a sponge. I took everything into me. I was looking at Litmanen because he was the big star. What is he doing in training? What is he doing outside the training? How professional he is, how passionate he is about football. So I really enjoy that, of course. My early days with the national team, following these guys' examples.
And that's why you came winning 3 times Danish Super League and also 1 time Finland League, because of these players gave you a lot of quotes to life. Can I ask you another question? Because Finland is a place of hockey, yeah? And you say that you play ice hockey. when you choose direction of football, in which age?
I think, well, I wasn't playing that much hockey. I think it was mostly athletics and football until an age of maybe 13, 14. Football was always the number one sport, but I was also doing other things during the winter when our facilities to train was not maybe top. So we had to be creative. We had to ski. We had to play ice hockey. We had to keep ourselves active, of course. But football was always the number one. But I think when I was 13, 14, that was the moment that, okay, I go all in when it comes to football.
Also because of international duties. You say 14, 15 starting.
Yeah, of course. And I could see that I was most talented when it came to football. I had most fun on the pitch. I was really driven to develop myself, to become a better version of myself. So, but I think it's really helpful having that background that I have, because you see a lot of parents maybe pushing their children just to focus on one sport because they have some dreams of their own.
Yeah.
And then when their kids grow older, mentally they might become a little bit fatigued because they're only focused on one sport. But also physically, if you only do one sport, the body only reacts to one kind of impulses. But if you do multi-sport, having that background, I think it's also physically really, really, really valuable.
Yeah, you are true, and that's what they need to do. But nowadays, the parents have better dreams for themselves, like from their child.
Yeah, it feels like some parents they see their children as some kind of project.
Yeah.
And that is dangerous.
Yeah, it's true, and a lot of good talents killed like this.
Yeah.
Another question for you: was it harder to be footballer in an ice hockey country with the conditions? Like you say, in the winter, it was hard, I think, because not so many pitches for football. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, a winter in Finland is a real winter. We have snow many months. And when I was growing up, we didn't have great facilities. So we would play maybe futsal during the winter.
Yeah,
we would play on gravel pitches, like on sand pitches during the winter. And now you see these kids growing up and they have like amazing artificial turfs. And they are complaining if the turf is not, perfect. So sometimes I need to, on my day, in my day, we were playing on sand, we were playing on gravel. So be happy with what you got. But after a while, I think my dad was in a project. They built like this indoor dome with an artificial turf, so we could also train football normally during the winter. So that really helped our development, of course. But it was a lot of skiing. It was a lot of floorball. It was a lot of futsal. It was a lot of badminton. A lot of different sports during the winter. And I really think it was a healthy childhood that I had.
It's really nice because, like you say, the children focus only on one sport. And nowadays the futsal in Finland is also good.
It is.
One player went to the Inter Movistar with our player Tomáš Dravský from Slovakia.
Okay.
And he's really good. And Finland 20 years ago doesn't know what is futsal.
Yeah. I mean, it's really progressing. I think they also participated in, was it the Euros?
They've been.
In 1 year ago or something. So it's great to see.
And I would like to ask you, with your grew up in Finland, who was the most popular guy instead of Sami Hippiä or Jari Litmanen? You say Jeskelainen, I remember him. He was goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper Antti Niemi, and he was actually at Southampton when I went there as a 16-year-old. I was, of course, only in the academy, and he was in the first team. But of course, Antti Niemi is someone that you look up to, and he's now the goalkeeping coach in the first national team.
Nice.
So we met each other there as well. Teemu Tainio, of course, Tottenham, Sunderland, Marseille, Auxerre in France. Petri Passanen, Ajax, Werder Bremen, Hannu Tihinen, FC Zurich. So many good players, good career, better career than I had. So I really feel that this was, in Finland it's called the golden generation. they never made it to a major tournament. Yeah. But the way I see it, they paved the way for us.
Yeah.
You know, they showed us what is possible. If
they
you
prepared everything for you.
Yeah, what is possible for you if you work hard, if you're disciplined, if you're, you know, systematic in the things that you do. So they were our inspiration to actually get there. So they were not there themselves, but I think they paved the way for us and our group.
Okay, thank you for answering. Now you are coach, like assistant coach. What is your responsibilities there?
Yeah, I mean, I've been coaching now for a little bit over a year, and it's fantastic. I love being on the pitch. I love being on the pitch with the players. You know, challenging them, supporting them, hopefully giving some, you know, good tips, some good advice. And of course, in the B team, we work mostly with players from the age of 17 to, I don't know, 22, 23. Some of them are older, but it's a good age for me, you know, because they're still young adults. And I feel like, you know, taking this step from the youth categories to senior football, playing in the second division in Czech Republic, it's a big step. It's one of the most difficult steps in football, you know, because you go from development to actually getting results. And I just remember that for myself, it was difficult because I couldn't really deal with, you know, feedback from coaches, pressure, you know, this kind of, you know, you need to get results, you need to be pragmatic, you need to win your duels, you need to win the second balls, all these kind of things. And yeah, you know, the boys are amazing, you know, so curious, hardworking, they listen, they want to learn. So it's been really, really good. I focus mostly on the defensive side at the moment. So I have some responsibility when it comes to that. A little bit also when it comes to individual training, individual feedback. But yeah, it's been great. And, you know, Sparta Prague is a dream environment for someone like me. And having that close proximity to the guys in the first team, the coaches.
With Mr. Priske.
That's the best part of my job.
You have been in the Mid-Island.
You know, these guys, they are on such a high level. So you learn a lot. You know, every conversation with them is, it's like the best school. It's like university. Because they are on a different level than we are. So if I go and watch a clip, for example, with Priske, who is also a responsibility for the defensive side of the first team, I will maybe, you know, see 2 or 3 things that could be better in the clip.
Yeah.
But he will see like 5, 6, 7 things. So the eye for details, absolutely extraordinary. Yeah, that is what is pushing us, you know, because we want to improve, we want to do better, and there's a lot of young coaches in our, you know, in our environment. So we're really like sponges. We take everything in, all the feedback, because we know that is what will improve us eventually.
Nice. Yeah. For the football, like to be in Sparta Prague, B team is good, but you have like dream to be in A team one day, yeah?
I think, I mean, I definitely have ambition to go as far as I can. I think that's just in my nature. I don't think I'm the type of person that would just like come in, do everything, you know, 60-70%, go home, not being ambitious. So yeah, I would like to progress, of course, but there's no rush. You know, I know that it's still football, but it's for me, it's a new profession. And I think you need to be humble enough to understand that, because you see a lot of ex-footballers that they maybe take that step a little bit too early, too quick, when they're not ready for it, and then they get that setback immediately.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with taking your time, and as long as I'm in the right environment, that I have enough responsibility, that I have a chance to progress, then I'm really happy where I am.
Thank you. And like you say, you did a lot of sport because of your background from the family, yeah?
Yeah.
And instead of soccer, what are you doing here in Czech? What is your main reason to go out with the friends, and what are you doing?
Yeah, I think Well, the two things that takes a lot of time is of course work, and then it's my family.
Yeah.
Besides that, I have a couple of hobbies. So my daily routine starts that I have an hour for myself every morning. So from 7 to 8, I call it me time. So I do something for my mental and physical health.
Nice.
So it's either going to the gym, or it's studying the Czech language, or it's reading a book.
Yeah.
So one of these things I do every morning from 7 to 8, and it's really a good start to my day. So I come in to Strahov 7 to 8. I know it's me time. I can do something that I like, and then from 8, it's work until late afternoon. So yeah, it's usually family, work, and then I have a couple of hobbies. So other than that, not so much.
Time management.
It's
really hard.
Yeah.
Another question for you, when you compare your days in Finland when you grew up, you say that you playing in the sand, you playing in the bad pitches, yeah?
Mm.
But when you compare these days and the days before when you grew up in 90s, was it better for physical activities? Because nowadays social sites, Facebook, Messengers, Instagram, killing the movements.
Yeah, we have, I don't know about Czech Republic, but I can assume that we have the same type of challenges in society at the moment, that we have, young people who are too static, they're on their phones, they're on their laptops, and it's becoming a real issue.
Obese.
Yeah, obesity. So we actually had, I think it was our president, Sauli Niinistö, who just a couple of weeks ago again encouraged people to have an active lifestyle, to go out and walk, get some fresh air, get away from your smartphone. I think, spending too much time on social media, just, scrolling or doing whatever, I don't think it's good for anyone. So less time on your phone, more time in the nature.
Out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, that too.
And you became a partner of Jitka Nováčková, former Miss 2011. She's from České Budějovice, I think.
Exactly. I was just in České Budějovice a couple of days ago. Great city.
Yeah. I've been there 3 days ago as well. But when you met her and you fall in love, you had one little daughter.
We have a daughter. Yeah,
congratulations.
2.5. Thank you.
And how you met each other?
Well, it was when I was playing in Denmark at FC Midtjylland. So we were introduced through my teammate who was from Czech Republic, and yeah, that was how it started. And then we met at a party first time, and I felt it was something interesting there. And here we are.
Czech beauty.
Yeah, Czech beauty, absolutely. No, she's a very interesting person. I think we're quite different when it comes to personality. She's more outgoing, eccentric, spontaneous. She wants to do a lot of stuff. For me, I can just sit on the sofa with a good book and a cup of coffee, and I'm happy. But she wants to be out. She wants to do things. And
colder her a little bit.
Yeah, I think she's making me more lively, and I'm calming her down a little bit. So we're meeting in the middle.
Yin yang.
Yin yang.
Okay. You say something about coaching. You say that you have ambitions to be in an A-team. But my question for you from this interview: are you able to go to the national team one day? What do you think? Or you want just now for the clubs?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I was specific about what my ambitions are. I think my short-term goal is just to improve as a coach. Day in, day out, trying to have a growth mindset, search for feedback from my colleagues, from my players, and just be really enthusiastic about this new profession. Trying to evolve, trying to become a better coach. I think that is my short-term goal. And of course, I would love to maybe work in in Germany one day, or in England one day, or but that is in the future. I have no, I don't feel in hurry in any way. I'm just really enjoying what I'm doing at the moment, and then we'll see where it takes me.
You say Germany, yeah. I saw before the interview you in Wikipedia in a Greuther Fürth, and it was second division?
Ja, genau.
Yeah, genau.
Ja, genau.
How was it in Germany? It was like everybody saying pünktlich.
But that is also me. I'm a little bit half German in a way. So
in the characteristic.
Yeah, I have that, personality trait, I think. I like when things are organized, structured, that there's a consistency about what are happening, very professional. So even if Greuther Fürth, they had been in Bundesliga and then they got relegated, even if it was like a second division club, everything was tip top.
How many attenders? Like in German,
well, it was
second, third part.
But it wasn't that the stadium was quite small, so maybe 15,000 or something.
15,000 or second league.
So, but yeah, I liked it. It was south of Germany, close to Nuremberg, close to München. So yeah, it was a good time, and we're really close to get promoted to the Bundesliga again. We came third, and then we had a playoff against HSV Hamburg, and I think it was a draw 1-1, and then they actually qualified on away goals. So it's a bit of a tough one to take.
Okay, another question for you, Tim. You came from Finland or from Sweden to Southampton Academy?
No, Finland. I was born in Finland, and I was born in the Swedish-speaking part of Finland, so my Swedish is
you say
stronger.
From the west part.
Yeah, exactly. So my Swedish is stronger than my Finnish. But yeah, I was in Finland until I was 16, and then I went to Southampton in England, and yeah, that was also a very, of course, as a young boy moving away from your country, your family, your comfortable surroundings. Of course, that forces you to grow up a little bit as well. You can't just every time when you have a bad day, you go to your mom and she makes you food and
Skype.
You need to take care of yourself a little bit more. So
nice.
So a good school for myself.
And how it's happened? Like you've been in the national team of Finland, you got some tournament, and there were some scouts or something.
Yeah. So I was just playing for like a small local team, but I was also getting invited to the national team, and through those performances in the national team, they scouted me, and I went there for a trial. They liked what they saw and wanted me there, and I really wanted to go. I had been on trial to multiple countries, but when Southampton said that they wanted me, I was like, okay, I'm going. My dad was happy. Of course, he was like, yeah, Tim, of course you go. My mom was a little bit more like, you're 16, should you not, stay home? But no, I don't think, nobody could stop me. I just wanted to go and focus on football.
Mother's feeling, we know. And you met with one of the best footballers in the earth there, with Gareth Bale in Southampton.
Yeah, I've been really lucky to play with some good footballers. I think
how he was like from the first seeing, because everybody's saying like he was a little bit not so much.
No, that's true.
Struggled with the muscles.
Yeah, he was not. He was not like this physical machine. He wasn't like fast as a Ferrari that he was later on. He had a good attitude towards training, so he would always stay out on the pitch after the training to practice his free kicks. That's why his left foot was also so good. But he, in our team, he would play as a fullback, as a left back. Yeah. So it was just later on that he was actually moved up to play as a winger, and that really gave him some boost. But I don't, when he was, when it came to speed, explosiveness, you couldn't really see it back then. So,
when he played against Barcelona. Marc Bartra didn't see him in the
that's
background.
an amazing clip. That's an amazing
He
clip.
went from the pitch.
But we had so many players in the academy, people who went on to have, big careers. So
Theo Walcott as well.
Theo Walcott, Arsenal for many years, England national team. Adam Lallana as well, Liverpool, won everything as well. Nathan Dyer, Premier League champion with Leicester. And then we had, I think, another 5 or 6 who played Premier League and Championship.
Nice.
So from this group, where there was I think it was three different age groups, at least 10 became professional. And that is, for me, that's quite unique.
Golden generation of Southampton.
Well, but Southampton has a good school. They keep producing players.
It's the best academy in England.
I think it's
maybe
one of the
with
best.
Chelsea.
Yeah, one of the best because, with their, of course, the budget, Chelsea has some financial muscles that Southampton doesn't have. But Southampton is doing something right for a long period of time.
They need to sell the players to get real deal in the first team. Okay, and so you've been the best young player in 2007 in Finland. How was it? How was it?
Yeah, but
How was it feel there?
Yeah, but that's I think people were maybe laughing a little bit because I am nowhere near being the best player in Finland, not this year either. But I had a very good year, both when it come to my club team and also in the national team. So yeah, I think it was just one of those years where everyone else was maybe not doing that well, and then I had a really good year, and I was chosen as the best. But I've never been close to being the best ever. But of course, I find these individual awards also a little bit, I don't know, strange in a team sport. But that's how it is.
Good humble from you.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm humble, but yeah.
And we have some clubs in your career. Was the main Groningen from Netherlands, yeah, Midtjylland in Danish league, and Groningen. So what is your favorite club, from the heart? When you need to choose from these clubs.
From these clubs?
From these clubs.
It is the Danish club, FC Midtjylland. I think my 6 years in Denmark, it definitely changed me as a person and as a player as well. I think I became better at putting or having some balance in my life. I have always been very dedicated to my craft. Always been very these dogs with the very disciplined and structure and German mentality and stuff. But I think in Denmark they still have that. When they're on the pitch, you work hard, you push each other, but off the pitch they are very social,
more familiar,
very familiar, loose. Music is playing, everybody's doing stuff together, and that was really good for me as a person because I calmed down a little bit. I could relax, I could have fun between trainings and games, and I became a little bit more steady as a person. Also, who am I outside of football? I started reading a little bit more, studying, doing things outside of football. So just that, Danish experience for me, it was so good in so many ways. And of course, we had great times on the pitch, and the club in itself. It's just one of those clubs where they love doing things that people have not done before, and that kind of mindset, that is what I love. Because sometimes football is a conservative environment.
Yeah,
you are just doing things like you have always done before, without asking yourselves why are we doing it. So in Midtjylland there was this mindset. Okay, how can we do things better? Why are we doing this? Always this curiosity about, okay, how can we push this club to reach the next level? And that I really enjoyed.
More mentally, not only physically, because
no, it was just everything. Everybody was listening to everybody. It was teamwork. No idea was a bad idea. So everybody was just, sharing ideas, sharing knowledge, being really open-minded. And that really influenced my own thinking as well.
What was the best experience for you also instead of Euro 2021? Euro 2021 was crazy, of course, but when you need to decide what was the first thing you had from your life of footballer, was it match against Manchester United, maybe?
Yes.
In Old Trafford?
Yeah, I think first I would mention we qualified with the under 21 national team to the Euros as well.
Nice.
In 2009, I think. And that was a major achievement because it was only 8 teams at the Euro. So we were one of the best 8 teams
Nice.
in Europe, which was, for Finland, big thing. It hasn't happened before, it hasn't happened since. And then, of course, these games against Manchester United. I'm a big United fan.
Me too.
Yeah, of course. Nice. I like it. So from the days of, Erik Cantona,
number 7, yeah.
Beggs, Scholes, Giggs, all these guys. So I still remember, it was the Europa League.
You won first leg 2-1?
Yeah, but it was first the group stages. We had the, Napoli, Legia Warszawa, Club Brugge. We qualified from that. We came second or I don't know. And then it was the draw. I think I was in the Seychelles on the beach. And then I was scrolling on my phone and I could see that we got Manchester United. Unbelievable, for someone like me, childhood fan, just to, imagine, oh my God, I'm going to go out on Old Trafford. So I was a cool. So like you said, first game we won 2-1.
Oh my God.
Being the captain as well. And then going to the return leg. It looks good. It looks good. Of course, 60, 70,000 people.
70,000 people.
But, I think the first half, is it 1-1 or something? So we're actually leading 3-2. 45 minutes to play. So we're thinking, wow, this is great. Because they have a lot of injuries. A lot of guys are gone. They're in a bad form. But the last 45 minutes, let's just say it was not good.
It was Rashford game, I think.
Rashford's first game.
Yeah, and scored
he killed us.
Yeah.
Him and Memphis Depay. Killed us.
He came from the not bench but Martial injured through the training before the match, and then Rashford
came in,
numbered 39, and then kill you. But he was so quick that time.
He was just good. He was just good, and it's still. I mean, I can laugh about it today. It was not fun when we lost, but just like. That was the first game for him. And, I can still remember we're in the dressing room looking at the team sheet of Manchester United, looking at...
Who is this guy?
Marcus Rashford. I've never heard about this guy. So we're thinking, okay, fuck, we got a chance. And then he came and punched us in the face.
Not only you, also Manchester City, Liverpool, whatever.
Yeah, he's
when he's in a good form.
Yeah.
It is crazy, yeah? And
it is.
You saw it was Louis van Gaal, the coach.
Yeah.
And after first match, did he do something bad in the Midland? Because he doesn't like losing, yeah. I think he was angry.
He always looks angry, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Netherlands.
Dutch people, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Dutch people are nice. I don't think he did something. No. But yeah. Good times.
Good times. All right. Another question for you. You had like 99 stars for country and 1 goal.
How many?
99 from the Wikipedia, but Jirka had here like 89.
I think
maybe 10 times you
for
did
the
first team?
national team. I think 84 or 85. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. But then of course the youth national teams.
Okay.
Was a lot
together maybe hundreds times.
More. But yeah, 8 or something. But only 1 goal. And
you scored the goal against who? Tell us, and where?
It was against Northern Ireland in a friendly game away, I think. And it came across from my right, it came a little bit behind me in the air, and I had to like go back and, hit it to the far post. It was actually, I mean, I'm not, when it comes to goal scoring, it's not my strength. Absolutely not. But it was quite a nice goal. I was surprised myself, to be honest.
You scored the goal for Finland country. That is really nice, I think.
Well,
always
let's be a little bit critical as well. 1 goal in 85 games, it's not good. You're a central midfielder, it's not good. You can't make it into a good thing.
Okay, and your last year you played for HAK and you've been in Euro 2021. How you decided to stop soccer? Because I know that this is the worst feeling for footballer, that you need to stop and just go to do something else. When was the last feeling for you? Because of body or because of family?
I think it was. I think the major reason was I had a knee injury when I was playing in Greece, just a few months before the Euros, and that was an injury that I couldn't really get back from.
ACL?
No, it was just a meniscus actually. So it was, a standard operation and stuff. So nothing big, nothing, comparing it to an ACL. But still, it was difficult to get back. And before that, also like my last year in Midtjylland, I had too many small injuries, and I felt like it was like, this procedure of you get injured, you work yourself back. You get injured, you work yourself back. It is mentally really exhausting. And I also had a really tough time in Greece, but that is, other factors involved as well. But I also felt, the Euros, it was the culmination of my career. I felt, okay, Tim, you have done what you can. I think if my body was completely perfect, I might have gone on a year more. But I felt it was a good moment to stop. I had tried everything to get back. It didn't really work. And I was also ready to move on, because that is the point that you were saying, because it can be like a big black hole, if footballers don't know who they are outside of football, it can be mentally really challenging.
Yeah, of course.
But I already had an idea of what I wanted to do, since I was 25. So for me, it was a natural transition, and I was ready to move on. I was ready to, begin a new career.
And you say that you play with Litman and Hippie Forsell, maybe Teemu Pukki.
Yeah.
Forsell from
I
Birmingham.
forgot to mention him.
Blondie guy.
Yeah, blonde guy, Miklu. Yeah.
And can you say something like from the locker room, some good experience with him or with somebody else? Like you don't need to say bad things.
What happens in the locker room stays in the locker room.
Yeah, we know. We don't want super bad parts, but good experience, like maybe helping you with the bad performances or whatever, physically, mentally help you.
No, but I think for me, the best moments in football is like the first hour after a win. So when you sit in the dressing room, you're drinking a beer, you're listening to music, people are dancing, people are, happy, people are, hugging each other. This I miss. This part of football, not like running around on the pitch. I don't miss that. But like this last hour or the first hour after a win, just sitting there with your teammates who you like battled with for 90 minutes, that I really miss sometimes.
But the winning game against Denmark, it was crazy in Copenhagen. You celebrate after this game, or
no,
it killed because of Eriksson? Yeah,
of course it was no celebration. I mean, usually, like I said, it would be like, bottles would be flying and music would be playing, would be dancing. It was nothing like that.
Yeah, I understand.
It was just a crazy experience, and I'm just so happy that he's back. He's playing, great football, and it was. I think it's one of those things that will stay with you forever. Everybody who was on the pitch, everybody who was watching from TV, everybody who was at the stadium. You know, he will never leave you.
Okay, this question will be a little bit tough, but it was a game like Glasgow Rangers against Slavia Prague, and it was a racist incident, Kamara versus Koudelka. Kudela, sorry. Koudelka is Czech futsal guy, I'm sorry guys. And Kudela say something to Kamara, and what Kamara say to you or to the team? It was clearly bad thing from Kudela, or it is maybe not so hard.
Well,
I am not going to say anything because I like all the players.
For me, I don't think I need to go into details. You know, that is a finished chapter. I think for me, it's just important that when you have the platform that you have as a footballer, that you also speak about other things. You know, I've tried to use my voice to talk about what can we do against racism, what can we do when it comes to equality, climate change, workers' rights, all these things. And you, of course, you get a lot of, you know, negative feedback if you have an opinion about other things than football. You know, we have that kind of society where, you know, fans and people, they say, oh, he's a footballer, he should only focus on football. It's a caveman mentality in my, you know, very old school. Football is not just some, you know, own island away from rest of society. You are a part of society. And I really like when you know, players are speaking up about topics that are a lot bigger than football, let's be honest. So yeah, I have, you know, especially later on in my career, I felt I want to try to help where I can help. And it's been a you know, great journey, personal as well, to see that, hey, people actually interested in what you're saying.
Yeah, of course. And in the end, he's got a fee and he's got a 10-match ban, and it was over, like you say.
But you know,
but the racism is everywhere. For example, Balotelli, Rashford, and all the players, they are arguing about that. But
I mean, we have
supporters from the stadiums. They are doing like, let's say, we are going to the stadium and we going to do something bad, and they don't thinking. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
And nobody asks if it is racist or no. But if you are racist, you are racist.
Yeah, mate, you have these fans who looks to create problems. They are not there for the football. Yeah. They look to be violent. They look to shout obscenities at players, at opposing fans, and yeah, it's a shame. Of course it is. But yeah, it's like you said, racism is everywhere. We have you know, big problems in Finland as well. We have a government right now where we have a right-wing political party with a lot of strange politicians in their group who have done some things previously that are very discriminatory. So racism is definitely everywhere, and it is naive to think that it's not
in our society. Yeah, that's all from this part. You had 2 friendly games against the Czech Republic, and you played against Vážně.
Yeah.
You played against Vážně against your guy in the B team.
That's actually funny. The first day where we meet, he shows a picture that we played against each other.
Oh my god!
I had no idea. And also maybe against Sivok.
Yeah, maybe in Sparta Prague. Yeah.
No, he was
in the
Czech
Republic, in the national team.
But I'm not. Oh, now I'm a little bit uncertain, to be fair. But at least against Vážně I played. That's true.
And how is it? How he was like a player, and how he is like now like a player with a coach stuff.
Vážně is a great guy. We work fantastically well together. We're on the same journey, to be fair. You know, we're just starting out as coaches. And like I mentioned previously, we were just, you know, taking everything in, you know, working with the first team staff, learning from them. Giving each other feedback, trying, experimenting. I do believe that in this phase of our career, I think it's important to fail early and then learn from your mistakes. So that's what we're doing. We're in this, it's like a startup in a way, our mentality. You need to fail early to get ahead. Fail early, evaluate yourself and how you can improve. And Vážně is a great guy. I think his body is in worse shape than mine. His knee injuries. But we spend a lot of time together. He also have a small daughter. Sometimes we go play paddle together.
The new sport, I know.
Yeah, we have some good guys in the B team for sure.
Okay, and last things, we just have interview with you with a back to the street team Sparv from Finland and from Sweden part, let's say. He's now in Sparta Prague B team assistant coach. But why we are here, this podcast or our project, Back to the Street, is because we see these problems of the society, of the social sites, Instagram, Facebook, and no super big movements from the little child because the parents are scary. Oh, he would go there, it's something happened or something. Mm-hmm. And we need to talk more about this, and we need to create spaces for the little children to go out to play soccer, to play paddle, to play tennis, whatever, to not to be obese. That's our project, and we are really glad that you came, and you can come to our tournament. It will be in the December. 2 against 2. It will be in a gym because of snow. You will be VIP if you want, but you need to
I can come and play.
You can
be on the same team.
We can be, yeah. But I need to reduce.
Yeah, but it's in December. You have 3 months.
Yeah. And just what do you want to say to the little children like you had been? What do you want to say to these obese children or these children who are in a phone or PlayStation or computers? What do you want to say from your position now? You say something, but when you will be now children, what do you will do better for them in these conditions?
I think, of course, there's a lot of distractions right now when it comes to smartphones, different apps, computer games, Netflix. But I think everybody needs to be aware of the dangers of just sitting still, looking at a screen. There's so many researches that shows that being or having an active lifestyle, it really improves your mental health, it improves your performance in school. There's also that, being a part of a team, it's a good chance to get friends, new friends, being social. Getting out there, challenging yourself. So, I think if you can, go with your friends, join a team, join a group. It does not have to be with the aim of becoming a professional. Not at all. It's just about being physically active, finding maybe a sport or a game that you like. I think that would be my message. But it's funny. I like what you're doing. It's been one of my projects as well since I became a professional. I always had this dream when I lived in Finland. I went to a school where we had this like pitch, but it was only gravel, only sand.
I understand.
And I said already when I was like, I don't know, 11 or 12, I said, okay, I will become a professional footballer one day. And when I earn enough money, I will come back and I will build an artificial turf there.
Nice.
And I did. So I think it was 2000, maybe 8, 9 or 10. I built my first mini artificial turf to my school. And that's the journey I'm on. So we built 3 now.
Nice.
We're going to build a 4th, hopefully very, very soon, in this area where I live, close to schools. Yeah. So this hopefully will inspire the kids to, when they have a recess between the lessons, that they go out and just plays. Yeah. do some kind of sports or just move around. Because sometimes I feel like it can be more motivating when there's like a green artificial turf instead of just gravel, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So that is, I love what you're doing, and yeah, let's keep working on getting the youth a little bit more active.
Thank you very much for your decent answer. And we have the last thing from you, for you, Tim, and it is quiz.
Yes, love it.
Okay, let's see how much you know about you.
About myself?
Yeah.
Oh,
How many goals you scored for Midtjylland?
Midtjylland.
I just know from today.
5.
Yeah, right.
What was it? Okay, that was a good guess.
With the head more?
No, I think it was only with my left foot.
Left foot. Okay. Your favorite player and why?
Erik Cantona.
You say it.
Erik Cantona, because he had this aura about him, you know, with the shirt up, the collar up, a bit, arrogance. But when you're that good, you can be a little bit arrogant as well.
How many red cards you got in your career?
Oh, good one.
In a whole
Good
career?
one. It's not that many. I think it's maybe 4.
Yeah.
Is
right.
it?
Yeah.
My God, I'm better than
It's
I
good.
thought.
Yeah. Only better player maybe Philip Lahm. 0 red cards. But he was crazy. Okay. What is better for you? Shoot goal or assist?
Shoot a goal.
Yeah.
Of course it is. If there's someone who says that making an assist is better than shooting a goal, they're lying. 100%.
Only maybe De Bruyne.
He's lying.
Favorite number?
I used to have number 10 when I was a kid. Of course, my dad was my coach, so I could do whatever I want. So I was the captain and number 10 and took the free kicks and penalties. But I don't know, when I was growing up, I think I had number 3 in Midtjylland, for example. I think in the national team I had number 14. But no real favorite number, to be fair.
Okay. You have one child, one little daughter. Are you gonna get some more?
It's not only up to me. Yeah? Usually it's the partner or the woman that decides.
Yeah,
But I don't think we will have like a large family. We're also very hooked on our careers. Maybe a little bit selfish in that way. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't have a big family and have a career, but I think that we'll see. I think maximum one more, but it's still very up in there. We have no plans of getting one right now.
Okay, now you're living in Czech Republic, you're living in Finland, you're living in Denmark, you're living in Greece. When you will choose only one destination, who would it be Prague? Like for the lifetime?
Yeah, I think we are building a base here. I mean, the reason we came to Czech Republic and Prague is, of course, Jitka. She wanted to come back. And I felt it was fair enough because she was in Denmark with me, she was in Greece, she was in Finland. So it was her turn to choose. And now we bought a place here, renovating a place. We have our kid in kindergarten. So we will definitely have some kind of base here, I think.
And then depends of your coaching.
It depends a little bit, my,
movements.
Yeah, coaching, family situation, what is possible, what is not, what is realistic. But, I mean, for me, Prague is amazing. But like I said, I come from like a small village. I love, nature.
Calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more like, farmer boy, cows and smell shit and, birds, sea, everything. That's more me. But, of course, Prague has many qualities that you miss when you're out looking at cows, I guess.
Yeah, it's not far away, this house, but
No.
Prague is multicultural and super big. For the calm down is not so good.
No.
The last question is really tricky. How many words you know from Czech? And you can say something.
Dobrý den, já jsem Tim. Nemluvím česky, ale zkusím. Pokrok je bohužel pomalý, ale to je život.
And what do you specifically say to your daughter when she's not good?
Stačí. A dost.
Okay. Thank you very much for your coming.
Of course.
We have this ball and we need one signature from the good guy for future children, and that's it. That will be just for our fans.
Cool.
Thank you very
There
much.
you go. Thank you.